Straight out of the left coast of the coast in the east. Started off on the quest to find his favorite drink. We talk sports, comics, silver screen. Don't forget about the music, cause we loving the beats. A slice of life for the whole damn pie. We got it all. We know you feeling the vibe. From old Gen X to young Gen Z. Either way, we gon' drink. It's Son and Pops.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Son and Popsculture. I'm Son.
And I'm Pops.
And this is episode 121.
Annie, get your gun. It's 121. Bang, bang.
Oh, man.
I was
actually get us demonetized. That is a good one, though.
I was driving today like, what episode is this? I was like, because I had never have any idea. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 121.
Bang,
so what do we
bang.
do here?
What we do here at Son and Pops Culture is give you our take on movies, music, video games, comic books, literature, sports, anime, and a little slice of life. Sometimes you get the whole pie. East and West, young and old, X and Z, Son and Pops. Where can the people find us at, buddy?
You can check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Son and Pops Culture. There we have highlights of the show. We do trivia up on our Instagram, and the full visual episodes are up on YouTube. But if you ever want us to talk about a certain something or just want to chat, hit us up because we love hearing from you guys.
True indeed. We love our listeners' feedback. You know, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for listening. Well, I guess we'll start where we always start.
Yes, with this week's drink.
This week's drink started as a 21-year-old's quest to find his favorite drink, but has since evolved or devolved into us drinking whatever we want. Because either way, we gonna drink. What do you have for the people today, Son?
Today, same old, same old. It's the middle of the afternoon. I know when we're recording this. So I'm just drinking a cup of Joe.
Cup of Joe.
Made myself.
Nice. You in that mood cup, boy. I love it.
Yeah. I love this cup because it has the comic strips inside of it too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they do. Yeah, it does. That's pretty dope. That's kind of like a fill line too. Like, you know, to fill up that.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah, your mom needs one of those. Hey, your mom brings me coffee with a meniscus. That's a meniscus one. I'm like, jeez, baby, trying to kill me. $50 million lawsuit. Here we go.
That's funny.
Yeah. But,
what's your drink?
Well, I'm taking it light, but because again, we're recording early. I think us recording early keep me out of trouble. So I got every old lady's favorite drink, some ginger ale. So
cool.
I freaking love ginger ale. I really do.
It hits when you haven't had it in a while.
Yeah. So, but you know what's crazy? A couple of days ago, me and your mom were making drinks. She made a Moscow Mule, which is, you know, it's like ginger beer and vodka.
Yeah.
And I made a Dark and Stormy, which is ginger beer and dark rum. That ginger beer was ginger. And, you know, I do a ginger shot every day. So, like, I was like, oh, this ain't going to be not. I was like, cool. God,
what brand was it?
It was some stuff your mom found. It was in a green bottle, but shocker, it was in a green bottle. But
Interesting.
It was so gingery. So I already had a ginger ale earlier today. And when I drank it, I was like, this tastes like water. This tastes like it's watered down.
So strong. Yeah.
You know, because it ain't nothing compared to that ginger beer. Ooh, good God.
I'm curious to know what that was.
Yeah.
Like who made that? That's interesting.
I have to check. But yeah, Dark and Stormy is going to probably be my drink this summer. I had one, was like, ooh. I gave it to your mom, and she said, ooh, I forgot about these. And I was like, yeah, right.
Yeah, I never had one of those.
I'll make you one when you come out. You're going to be like, ooh, these are a problem. Yeah, a little sweet lime juice. Yeah. And shot of dark rum and some ginger beer, boy. Make you feel like you're in Jamaica. So yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. But anyway, so what's up, man? What's going on?
Well, we got a cheers.
Oh yeah, we got the cheers.
The drink.
Yep, episode 121. It's very symmetrical. 121. I like it.
Yeah. So this episode we have a lot of news with trailers and updates with movies starting or wrapping up, and then of course we're gonna finish the episode with a review for the Thunderbolts. The
Yes.
latest MCU movie.
Yes. Thunderbolts asterisk.
Yes.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that. But we will start with the poll. Because every week on our Instagram, I ask you listeners a question and then I share the results.
Mhm.
But the results are still coming in as we speak. But we can still, talk about this question. I know I'm going to ask you later when we review the Thunderbolts, but the question was, what's the best Marvel movie of Phase 5? And, no votes as of now is Deadpool and Wolverine and Captain America Brave New World. 88%.
I laughed when I saw you include that on the poll. I was like, Brave New
Well,
World, huh? Like, he went for it.
The options are low. I mean, it's either Brave New World, Quantumania, or the Marvels.
Wow, you're right, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's slim pickings for Phase 5.
You're like, man.
But with 12%, second place, the Thunderbolts. I'm going to give it that because it just came out. Maybe not everyone saw it. It's only been a week.
Yeah, we'll see.
And then 88% taking the lead, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah. You got my vote.
Yeah, I got my vote too. So
hey, rocket, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That still hits. I was thinking about that movie 2 days ago, to be honest with you. Because I was thinking about this cosmic slant the MCU's about to take. And I said, damn, did they kill that dude at the end of Guardians, the High Evolutionary?
I don't remember actually. Or the thing blew up, right? The ship.
Yeah, but it's comics, it's movies.
Yeah.
When they left him to die, because I was thinking about how bad his costume looked when he showed up at Comic-Con in it, but then how well it filmed. Because
that's a lot of the costumes. Yeah. Like in person, they look rough.
They look real rough. Like he came walking out, and I was like, yeah. Like I was like, it looked like a bunch of purple plastic. But then when you saw it, I was like, oh, he looks good. He was a good villain.
He was very good.
Yeah, I think I was thinking about him because of something we'll talk about later. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's what it was.
He was a very good villain.
Yeah, he was good, and it's a shame if we'll never see him again because he was good. He was really good. Yeah. But so where would you like to start?
You want to start with some sports talk?
Spin the dial. Yeah, sports.
So, we're Steelers fans. If you didn't know already, Pittsburgh Steelers, born and raised, and they have had an interesting offseason. Still don't have a quarterback. Well, they have Mason Rudolph as the starting quarterback.
Still don't have a quarterback. Yeah.
So they still don't have a quarterback. Some people want Will Howard, 6th rounder from Ohio State, to start.
He's at rookie camp right now.
I know. Yeah.
Trying to find out where he's at.
Good luck to him. Anyway, so the Steelers traded with the Dallas Cowboys George Pickens and I think a 2026 7th rounder. Is that what it was? And they received a 2026 3rd rounder and 5th rounder, I think.
Yeah.
So no more George Pickens.
So who else did they get? They didn't get anybody?
No, they got a 2026 3rd round pick.
Wait, see, I'm glad you pay attention. So we really traded George Pickens for 2 draft picks.
Yes. Maybe they might have got one for 2027 too, but yeah.
Wait, so we didn't get an actual human being. We didn't get an actual person? Oh, they were like, take the trade, son, because we ain't going to pay you. That's crazy.
He still had 1 year left.
I know.
That's the crazy thing.
Hey, one too many Pickens moments. They were like,
really? Look at the Steelers have a history of receivers, and then they just let them go.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, you starting to wall out?"
A history. What is up with that?
They know. They
talented receivers too.
But they act goofy, bud, and Pittsburgh ain't with that. I mean, the only one they
why does the Steelers have so many? That's my question.
I don't know. It's something with that water. They probably come from out of state. They get some of that Allegheny River water in them, and they start tweaking. Like, no, you got to build up to that, bro. Don't jump off the boat.
They
just
start
chill.
Tweaking, making crazy plays.
It's just amazing. Like, no, small amounts.
So yeah,
That's
he's
crazy.
gone.
He gone.
I mean, if you are interested in fantasy, he's relevant again. I'm just gonna say that. He's gonna be the number 2 guy.
Yeah,
and
but
with CeeDee Lamb,
yeah.
and they played 2 different types, receivers. So
Didn't they play together in college too, or something crazy?
him
Other
and CeeDee?
friends are.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know actually.
I think they may have. There's a connection with them somewhere.
Oh,
And they have.
I know he
what's
played
his-
at Georgia.
What's the dude's name? Dax.
Dak Prescott?
Dax the quarterback, right?
Just
Dak.
Dak. Yeah.
Dax. I said Dax the quarterback.
Oh.
As in possessive. Yeah. Dax the quarterback. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. So good for him. He has another weapon. That was another, like, Dallas fans were like, why didn't you draft a receiver, this year? Like, you need another person.
Yeah.
And they got George Pickens.
They got him.
Good for them.
And we got potential for next year.
So it really seems like the Steelers are just doing a rebuild.
Yeah.
Like, an offensive rebuild.
And this is Tomlin's like last move. He's like, hey, I'm gonna have to rebuild this offseason. It's gonna take about 2 or 3 years to get this up.
To keep his job. Yeah,
they're like, okay, so that gives us 4 more years. Yep, 4 more years, guys. He's like, we'll be money. I don't know. I just watched this is crazy. So YouTube, there's a channel called Dollar Movie or something, Dollar Popcorn Movie or something, and it just shows clips of movies, like 7-minute clips, and you can just watch them, and you end up watching the whole movie. So I didn't mean to do it, but I saw this one pop up called The Draft, and it's a Kevin Costner movie.
Oh, Draft Day.
Draft Day, yeah.
Yeah.
And that movie's decent. Like I called Joe with Chet. He's like, oh, it's pretty decent. He's like, people hate your uncle. People shit on it, but I thought it was decent. But it was like Draft Day. The whole movie takes place during Draft Day. And what's ironic is like Deion Sanders is doing commentary.
Oh.
And the main story is about this one quarterback that everybody knew was going to go like first, and him dropping.
Really?
Yeah. It was pretty wild. And then like
it's like
Kevin
Simpsons level predicting.
Basically. And then yeah, but it was just funny. It was funny. But it was just showing like how they will and deal and make deals on the draft. I was like, this is some like I'm like there are like where I work, I tell you I work in a bubble where like time hasn't touched it and progress hasn't touched where I work, and like strange things are said and done every day that I'm just like, is this real life? Draft Day is that kind of movie where like they're willing and dealing, making these trades. It's literally like, hey, dog, hey, you give me such and such and such and such, and I'll give you such and such and such and such. Like there's nothing written down, bud. They just like say it. People hear it, so they know it's true, and the deals just happen. They write it on a piece of paper and like send it to like the draft people so that they know what they're. I'm like, what? Like that's literally how the draft still takes place. Like. It did, except now it's non-smoking. You know what I mean? It's like,
true.
I was
and
like
millions of people are watching it.
I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, they're over here just like, all right. The movie it's pretty wild. Like Kevin Costner, spoilers for a movie that wasn't everyone to watch, but he like gives up. He gets put in a position where he doesn't even like need the quarterback, but he does need some offensive weapons. And he wants his defensive player, played by, believe it or not, Chadwick Boseman, very young.
He's in that.
Oh. Yeah, he plays like the linebacker that Kevin Costner really wants to take.
Yeah.
And basically, like, Kev gets put in a situation where he could actually get this quarterback. But he doesn't like him. He thinks he doesn't have any integrity. He thinks he's a liar. But they're all like, but he has all this talent. So then what happens? He tricks his dude into like it's like weird, but Kevin tricks this dude into they don't take him, and it creates like this fucking whole thing where they're like, why didn't he take him? Because by the time it's his chance to take him, he's like second to pick. So when he doesn't take this quarterback, everybody's like, what's wrong with him? And there's nothing wrong with him. Like Kevin just doesn't like him. Like he doesn't like him as a person. He thinks like he's just not a good person, and it's going to end up affecting how he plays.
So he drops.
And he just starts to drop, and it's so crazy. I mean, when people are calling Kevin's like, nothing's wrong with him. Well, why don't you want him? He's like, I just didn't want him. And it's like, and he uses to make more deals. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's worth. I mean, I liked it. It was just it's like I swear we should have a thing called Tuesday Night Movies. It's like
it's a dad movie for sure.
Yeah. You sit there on a Tuesday night. You know, I'm eating Cheetos and shit, and it was good. So, you know, I wouldn't like expect it to win any awards, but I enjoyed it.
I remember that coming out. Interesting.
And Kevin, you know, Kevin from Compton. You know, as we know, you know, I see it now when I see him in movie. I'm like, that motherfucker from Compton. That's crazy.
I want to know when he moved out.
I don't know. After he beat everybody up, and said, "I'm Kev. You know me. I'm Kev." They were like, "That's Kev, man." I don't know. That is a good question, but anyways, he's just a funny actor. Like he plays a certain type.
He definitely plays a certain type.
He doesn't have range. I think I may have seen him half cry in a movie once.
Yeah, he doesn't, but people love him.
They do. They do.
Him.
He shows up with them guns or with something stern to say, and I've liked Kevin Costner since No Way Out, 1989, I think. Yeah, I caught it on a humbug at your grandma's house, and that was my dude for a minute. But anyways, that's sports, huh? No more George Pickens.
No more George Pickens. Fun fact: you know the last time the Steelers had a top 10 pick?
No.
You want to take a guess?
I do. TJ Watt.
No. TJ Watt was actually pretty late in the first round.
I'm gonna try. Oh, Santonio Holmes.
No. Actually.
I don't know then. I don't know.
It was Plexico Burris.
Wow, but that was in like overall. 2000. That was in like two. That's crazy. But I mean, that says a lot about us, though. Yeah. We ain't sucked enough to get a high draft pick, but we'll get a middle one, boy. Let me tell you.
Now I want to see when was their first. Oh, you want to guess their last number 1 pick? And I know that they're like the oldest. Or what's it called? Like every other franchise has had a number 1 pick, you know, besides them. And like,
the Steelers' last one was
1 overall.
Franco Harris.
No. Close. He was 13. Terry Bradshaw.
I was going to say Bradshaw, but then I didn't think so. That was our last number 1 pick. Because we ain't ever trash, bud. Because we ain't ever trash. That's why.
I'm pretty sure that's the longest franchise.
That's right. You should be like, we don't get number 1 picks. We know it. We got and but that's crazy.
Even the Plexico Burris one's pretty wild too.
Yeah, because I'm thinking
5 years ago.
That was Cower. We were 8-8 probably. We probably had like an 8-8 year, and that's how we were able to do some finagling to get Plexico. What's the name? Are they? I just found out that we haven't won a playoff game in TJ Watt's entire career.
Yeah,
his entire career. The defensive player of the year has never won a fucking playoff game. That's nuts.
Should be 2-time defensive player of the year. But yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, it's nuts. So, yeah.
It's not looking like they're going to do anything this year, which I will say I'm okay.
Yeah.
Draft a quarterback next year.
I mean, we had
a good quarterback next year. A generational talent next year.
Yeah. To get a generational talent, we're going to have to do some. They were hire Kevin Costner to show up and make some deals for him. If we want to get a generational talent. Jeez. Shador's going to be over in Cleveland selling jerseys and shit. Does anyone care if he wins? Because it's not like they're used to winning. He's going to get 5 solid years there without any success. But anyways,
I did not like Cleveland fans, especially after Baker Mayfield. Like, what's it called? He won them like their first playoff game.
Yes,
and then the next year he did like okay, and then they got rid of him.
They turned on him.
Yeah. I was like, and now he's like,
he's doing
really
good.
He's doing his best ever.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it wasn't me, motherfucker.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, Cleveland.
Well, you know what they say, Cleveland sucks. I mean, Cleveland rocks. Yeah.
That's all I have for sports talk, though.
Yeah, that's a lot for us. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So, you want to get into some news? some rumors, some trailers. It's all the same.
Yeah. Yeah, we can start to get into some news. Exciting news. This is really big.
How big is it?
They announced the title for the next Godzilla X Kong movie.
Did they? What's it called? What's it called?
Godzilla X Kong Supernova.
Super. They're gonna fight the sun. They're gonna punch.
There's gonna be a monster that comes out from the sun. Actually,
yeah, that's it's gonna the whole movie is going to be the monster flying to Earth, and them trying to get ready and get Godzilla and King Kong on board. That's gonna be the whole movie.
Yes,
and then
with some humans doing like whatever human stuff you don't care about.
Yeah, every time
to fill up the runtime.
And somehow Godzilla will have grown. I mean, King Kong will have grown some more. They'll be like, he grew. So he just something about being at the middle inside the earth just makes him get bigger. We'll be like, is that what it is?
Every movie's bigger.
He just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and somehow Godzilla's still just ginormous. But I can't wait to go see that with your cousin Caro because he'll be like 7 and he'll be ready.
Yeah, he'll be hype. It comes out. It's supposed to come out March 2027. So. You have a couple years.
Oh yeah, he'll be. Oh, he might be 8. This might be his last hurrah at Godzilla. We'll see. He's
once a little kid likes Godzilla, he's locked in. Yeah.
You're probably right. He's real big into wrestling right now, so that's his jam.
Yeah.
But gosh.
Speaking of wrestling.
Oh, geez. Speaking of wrestling, it's been 2 weeks, people, so I don't know what Julius is shooting with today. Well, go ahead, bud. Go ahead. Speaking of wrestling. Yeah?
The Rock's next movie, The Smashing Machine. It's
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It's an A24 movie. If you don't know, that's like super independent studio.
Known for quality.
Known for quality. Have a couple Best Picture wins.
I just can't right now.
This is The Rock's next movie. It's coming out in October. They released the trailer recently. Did you watch it? Did you watch the trailer?
Yes, I did.
You scared to say it looks pretty good?
I ain't ever scared, bud. I mean,
you scared to say The Rock's good? It's gonna be good in it?
Hey, look. Thank God for Emily Blunt.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what he has on her to make her sign up for that film and give it some credibility. I don't know, but yeah, it looks like it might be decent.
Yeah, we'll see.
Look, bud. Look. I can handle if the movie's good. I can handle if he's good. What I can't handle is the forthcoming press junket and him acting like he's a fucking actor. And if he gets nominated for anything, I'm going. It's not because I swear to God, I in my lifetime, look, people, we said this months ago, and if I hear the words, the Academy, I swear, but I won't
even
make
if he gets
it.
A nomination.
I won't. I'll just be like, I might just stop watching movies. I'll be like, this is the cutoff. It's like when my main man Matt Sergi quit reading comic books. Okay, they did a storyline called Age of Apocalypse. Look, and he quit. If The Rock is nominated for a movie, for anything acting, I don't know, bud. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll be like, obviously we live in the upside down verse. Obviously, like it'll just be. Don't see because they do that weird thing where they give you a nomination just to acknowledge, like, hey, we saw what you did there, Adam Sandler.
But it depends. They didn't do it for Adam Sandler.
Well, he didn't get nominated for anything ever.
Maybe a Golden Globe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the Hollywood Foreign Press, though.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, not the Oscars. The Oscars are different with like non like dramatic actors giving them a nomination.
But it better not happen. It better not.
I don't. The whole movie does depend on his performance. In my opinion, like the visuals of the movie look good, but it looks like your typical like obsessed athlete with some personal struggles. Like it doesn't look like it's doing anything.
Well, and this is the thing, like
different.
If he can get people to rush out to see this, and people didn't rush out to see Iron Claw, you know what I mean?
Iron Claw has
It did
a good,
okay.
but
No,
it has a good fandom.
does it? I mean, it's a
Yeah,
good movie. I
it
enjoyed
has
it.
it has a pretty decent fandom.
We'll see. I mean, Boss Rutan's in it, bud, and you don't care who
I
that
don't know
is.
who that is.
That's the guy who plays his trainer, Boss Rutan. That's actually Boss Rutan. Boss Rutan was
Oh, that's
like
cool.
21 win streak in the UFC. Um,
Mm.
Back when they couldn't throw punches, he figured out how to do palm strikes and fuck people up. And he's the king of like the liver shot, kick your liver, knee and liver, punch your liver. And he was Mark Kerr's trainer. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I watched the damn trailer and I just said fuck, because I was like, it don't look bad. And then
It
I
looks
watched.
like it'll be a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna deny
And then I
that.
watched a bunch of Mark Kerr documentaries, and believe it or not, it's not like The Rock is like bad casting for that part. He's not.
And they did some good makeup on him.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. And Mark Kerr's still alive, you know.
I saw that. He's like 50 something.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean,
Interesting.
The Smashing Machine.
It comes out in October.
Probably on my birthday. Jeez.
No, it's October 3rd, I think.
Oh, okay. I just know that, like, your mom is funny. Your mom just asked me the other day. No, I'm sorry. Your Uncle Jason just asked me the other day. No, it was wrong. Your Uncle Jason asked me, then your mom asked me if I was watching UFC or anything anymore. And I was just like, not really. I said, I don't really care about the fighters anymore. But I think back to like that era, like those fighters, when there were like 3 rules, you know what I mean? They were fighting for half an hour, like one round, half an hour.
Wild.
Just, yeah. It's wild.
Well, it sounds like a gladiator.
I mean, that's how people looked at it. Some people looked at it as like human chicken fights because it was just like human cockfights. But then other people looked at them like they were gladiators, you know. It was a different time. No weight classes. No. Well, they eventually did get weight classes, but yeah. I mean, it wasn't long before they had weight classes, but just, yeah. But anyways, I'll watch it. I will. And
I'm going to check it out too.
Yeah, I hope it does well. I just hate Dwayne. Just hate him.
Yeah.
But anyways, could you imagine if he wins an award? Oh.
He won't win an award unless like this movie is like blows your socks off. His performance is like the best thing, you know.
Emily Blunt's going to be good.
Yeah, she's good.
That scene when that part where she's in his lap and she's like, "My big strong man," I was like, wow. Like the difference in their sizes. I was just like,
and she's small.
She's tiny and he is huge. I mean, I ain't hating. He's huge. He's huge. But yeah.
We'll see. October 3rd. Smashing Machine. Another trailer. Spike Lee's new movie. Apple TV and A24. We just talked about them. They're teaming up.
You know.
It's highest to lowest. It's premiering at Cannes, which is like I think this month.
Yeah.
It's Denzel and him are teaming up again. First time since 2006.
Inside Man.
Yeah.
This
is their 5th movie.
Wow.
20.
Inside Man. What's funny
years.
is Inside Man's the one that people don't realize Spike Lee made. You know that, right? Like all the Spike Lee joints. Yeah, I feel like that's the one people don't. They forget it was Spike, and I'm like, yeah, Spike was doing this thing. But well, you can't go wrong with Denzel and Spike, buddy. So
it was only a 60-second trailer, but it looks cool. This is what the premise is. What is it? When a Titan music mogul is targeted with a ransom plot, he is jammed up in a life or death moral dilemma.
Yeah.
This is a reinterpretation of Akira Kurosawa, acclaimed Japanese director, High to Low.
Is it?
1963 film, yeah.
Wow. Spike's this bad boy, man. I'm sorry. I'm just like, that just makes me excited.
That got me hype when I saw that.
That just makes me like, wow.
Yeah, it's a modern reinterpretation. Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, but I know Akira Kurosawa. And wow. Man, go ahead, Spike.
It's a good movie. It's worth checking out.
It's called High and Low.
Yeah, that one's called High and Low.
Okay. And what A$AP Rocky? He's in this, right?
I saw. Yeah, I don't know.
I
who
guess
he
he's
plays.
He has a major part, like in the film. Mr. Rihanna. Yeah. He's in it. So we'll see. I mean, I'm a fan of Spike, but I am. I mean, his movies are
He has some
definitely
hits and misses for sure.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of his misses. To be honest with you, I've watched most of his films, and even the ones that didn't like hit with anybody, I was like, oh, Spike was doing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I mean, She Hate Me with Anthony Mackie. To this day, I think it was the best role Anthony Mackie's ever played. I do. He's the lead.
Mackie.
And I think, and you know how I feel about Anthony Mackie, but in She Hate Me, I'm like, yep, that seems about right. That seems like he's just, yeah. And that's the thing, like, and I remember I'm watching She Hate Me. It's about a dude who's basically like a gigolo, but not really.
Yeah.
He ends up being a sperm donor, is what he ends up being. But he naturally inseminates the women. But and like, it's all these gay women, and one of them is Monica Bellucci. And I remember watching that movie, and my first thought was like, how the hell did Spike Lee get Monica Bellucci to be in this movie? Because I'm like, she's an Italian actress, she's beautiful, and she doesn't like do a lot of trash. I mean, not that Spike's trash, but she doesn't just like do a lot of anything. Like she'll do like a film every. And I was like, what did Spike say to her to be like, hey, I need you to play this pivotal part in this film? It was just crazy.
Yeah.
But he did. She was in it.
Well, he has clout, so
yeah. So yeah.
We'll see how it is. I am curious to see, Spike Lee's twist on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the movie is, what it is.
So you have seen it.
Yeah.
So you kind of know. All right.
Yeah, I know, but it's just, it's Akira Kurosawa, and I know Spike Lee, so I know it's not going to be a copy and paste American version.
Well, didn't Spike do a remake of Old Boy?
Yeah, which I heard was awful, which I didn't know that was him. I remember always seeing lists of American adaptations that are worst American adaptations, and that's always on there. And I was like, Spike Lee did that?
Yeah, but Spike, I thought it was wild because it was Spike and Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Olsen, I think. Yeah. I still want to watch it. There's just that one scene in Old Boy I can't get past. So, I don't know.
I heard it was bad, though.
Yeah. Well,
so
I'll still watch it.
I still have faith in this one, though. I mean.
Yeah.
Denzel Spike.
He was like, D, you owe me for that Black Klansman, remember? He was like, all right, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that comes out, I don't know when it officially comes out, but it's premiering at Cannes, so.
That's what's up. Looking forward to it.
Another trailer. A lot of trailers this episode. Peacemaker, season 2.
Yes, indeedy.
If you don't know what Peacemaker is, it's a show, a DC show, based on the hero Peacemaker. James Gunn made it. It came out 2021, I think. Maybe 2022.
Truthfully, it's probably the best thing James Gunn has made for DC so far.
Oh, yeah, I would agree.
It was the best thing in the DCU, basically.
Yeah. So that's what's interesting. It was in that old DCU,
Yeah.
Man of Steel, all that stuff. But that was the one thing James Gunn kept for the DCU. He's down doing.
That's the thing that made me realize that John Cena has had a better career than The Rock. Maybe not as commercially bankable or whatever, but when John Cena looks back, I think he'll be like, "Yeah, I killed a lot of shit." Like he's amazing in that show. He's hilarious. Surprising. He shows depth. I mean, it's his show. He just got that show based off of his performance in Suicide Squad. Mm-hmm. So when I think I told you, I watched Peacemaker on a humbug and then was like, yo, this is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so.
It was very good. And I'm excited for season 2.
Same.
The trailer, like I said, just came out, and the show's coming out August 21st. If you watch the trailer, why it's interesting, is because it starts with it seems like Peacemaker's applying for the Justice League. He's in an interview. Maybe not the Justice League, but you know who's in the interview?
Who?
Green Lantern,
Shut up.
Guy Gardner, and Hawkgirl.
Shut up.
Or Hawkgirl.
Shut up.
What's her name?
So it's Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. Yeah,
Yes.
Hawkgirl,
And
Kendra.
Okay, yeah.
That's so funny.
And they basically like laugh at him, but they're in the trailer.
That's funny. Okay,
So,
James Gunn.
Yeah, he's it's hitting the ground running, I guess.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it. Because the original, I mean, sophomore effort, I guess, is going to have it a little harder because original you went into it not knowing what to expect, and then you're like completely blown away. This one, you kind of know what you're getting. But James Gunn has a way of getting better.
He does,
like,
and also now
like,
he's in charge. Like he knows where he wants to take it. So I feel like the sky's kind of the limit for the show.
Yeah,
like he doesn't have to do some like even though I like the first season, some like alien plot. Like, or like it had to be really self-contained.
Yeah.
And like this has to be resolved because it can't affect everything else.
Yeah, everything else. Well, now he's in charge, so he can.
Yeah, he knows where the direction he wants to take it.
I tell you what, season 1 was so good. I remember, I just saw a meme about it too, and it made me laugh because I remember watching the intro. Just because it made me laugh. But then the intro started to change, like depending on what was going with the story. There'd be different stuff, like little different stuff, different choreography, different stuff would bust out. And I was like, this show is amazing. And then you watch outtakes, like that's one scene in season 1 when he's rattling off all those insults or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and it was all ad libbed, and it's for like 5 minutes. He's just popping off, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I'll definitely watch season 2. Faux show.
Yeah, I'm excited. That would be good. That would be good. And you had told me that they just finished filming Supergirl.
Yeah, Supergirl just wrapped. Yeah, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, it just wrapped. Looking forward to that because it's based on my man Tom King, one of probably the best Supergirl story that's ever been told. So he's that's what they're basing it on, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to it.
That's like probably what I'm most excited for.
Yeah,
like I'm probably more excited for that than Doomsday, to be honest.
Yeah,
because reading Supergirl.
You said Doomsday?
Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about like superhero movies next year.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because reading that, I was like, oh my! If they make this, it can look visually stunning, and it's just a really good story. So I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. We'll see because
I'm just happy they finished. So they finished filming. That's not coming out till June next year. A whole year ahead.
Year of our posts, so that's nice.
Thank you.
Plenty of time.
They did the same thing with like Superman. So.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, unlike Avengers Doomsday, who's just started filming. They just started filming.
It's coming out next year. So yeah, we're gonna see some very timeless special effects in that, I'm sure. As in, I guess Supergirl's gonna make a cameo appearance in the new Superman movie.
Supposedly, I think people are thinking that.
Yeah, I know. I think she is. I think it's confirmed that she's going to. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought it was confirmed that she's going to show up.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to it. Did you see that? The Bear. They announced the Bear season 4.
Yeah, I didn't see that announcement, but I'm happy it's official.
June 15th. Yes, chef.
I'm really impressed they keep up with that June release date every year.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing it kind of old school because, I mean, shows used to come out every year.
Yeah.
Like,
same time every year.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. It was crazy how that worked. But
I was getting nervous for season 4 because they just hadn't said anything.
Yeah, I just saw the announcement and it's real. And I'm excited.
I'm gonna rewatch the whole thing.
Last season ended with a lot. The review.
This season
the
definitely has to
review-
bring back the people,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
general audience.
yeah. I agree. I mean, I loved all 3 seasons, but you're right.
Me too.
You're right. God, you're right. But God, but
I
gave
love
us
each
some-
season 3. I loved each season 2, but season
Yeah.
3 definitely left, like, I felt 50-50. There's people loved it, and there's people like, this is too slow.
But I
What is
loved it.
going on?
You know that.
I
Was
know
that?
you
I mean,
did.
they had the season. He just looked at the scroll on his hand, and I was just like, oh God. It's like when he grabbed the doorknob when it was
Yeah.
cold. Just stuff like that. I love that type of stuff. I mean, I get why some people who love season 1 were turned off by seasons 2 and even more so by season 3. I get it, but to me,
Who was turned off by season 2? That's the best season.
oh no, people complain to me about season 2. I'm not going to name any Simony Crickets, but I'm just saying
Season 2's the best. I
People-
know so many people that said it was better than season 1.
Really? I mean,
Yes.
I loved it all. Season 2 was dope. It was dope.
Yeah, that's when it became
really
the hit
was.
show.
Yeah,
Was
yeah. But
season
we were
2,
there
when it was
first.
everywhere.
We were there first.
Mhm.
They wonders. But yeah, and I'm looking forward to Barenthal's cameo this season, whatever it may be.
Whatever it may be. He's busy now. He's a busy man.
That motherfucker works.
Yeah, he was just an accountant too.
But I literally saw him in that movie and was like, I could see that. I was like, no, for real. It's been a minute since I've seen an actor in something that I'm like, I could see it because he's in it. And I was
I actually heard that's a fun movie.
I was like, because I saw The Accountant. I watched the first
I
one
know
on a
you
humbug.
did. I know you did.
I didn't go see it at the theaters. I just watched it. Don't ask me why. My man deals
with Ben Affleck. That's
I knew you were going to say that. That's not what it is. I'm sitting there. Your boy Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
that is not my boy.
Anything Ben Affleck does, Kevin Smith does,
Look,
and there's another person too.
I don't know
you
why.
Will watch.
I don't know why. Okay, I can't even explain it because I know Ben's not even that good, but I just like his stuff. All right, fine. I don't care. So watching him and Barenthal, when they were like, "Oh, he's going to kill him," and she was like, "How do you know that?" He's like, I was like, "I love it. I love it. I think I need to see this."
Yeah, the reviews are actually, people were like, it's an enjoyable movie.
See,
don't be expecting high art. Like, you're gonna have a good time.
But that's the thing. I think that compared to the first one is why I want to see it, because the first one took itself too serious. This one, I'm like, but what's funny is Barenthal is standing next to Ben Affleck, and I'm like, it's so crazy when like a man-sized man shows up in Hollywood, and then you put him next, because Barenthal's like not big, like he's
a small guy, yeah.
And Ben Affleck is a big guy, like he's not small. So yeah, it's just funny. I'm like, so you're like this acclaimed like hitman or whatever, and this is your little brother. I'm like, Jesus, could you imagine? So I don't know. To me, I'm like, that's just great. But anyways, yeah. How we even get on that subject? Oh, Mikey, the bear.
Oh, the bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I am.
That's a month away.
Yeah, I mean,
that's hype.
They've all been busy. Richie's on 17 things now too.
I know.
And I still
this has to be the last season. His real name's long, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like 3 names.
It's a fancy name. Yeah, it's a fancy name.
It's like Ebon something.
Something. It is. You're right. Yeah. You're right. So, and he's about to get caught up in that Marvel meat grinder. He's gonna be like, "What was I thinking? What was I thinking?" But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So here's my question for you. Shogun season 2 has been announced. I think it's picking up 10 years after the original story. Is this good news?
So, my opinion, no. But just because, that the first season was just so good, and it from beginning to end, it wrapped everything up. The story that it had to tell was told.
Yeah, it's transcendent.
Yeah, it was, like you said. But my question is, are there more than one Shogun book? Because that first book, I don't think there is. Thick.
Yeah, it's really thick.
Is there more? Is it a series?
I don't know. I mean, this show ended where Shogun ended.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm concerned about.
So if there's more, I was just asking because if there's more than one book, okay, get your money, adapt the rest.
You know who I'll ask? I'll ask your pap.
If he wants it.
Because he'll be like, Shogun. You know, he loves. Was there another book?
Did you watch the new one though?
I don't know if he did. But you know what? I just found out that there was a Shogun movie and there was a Shogun miniseries in the 80s, and it starred the same guy. So I don't know if they made the movie first and then the miniseries, or if they made the miniseries and made a movie. So I don't know.
I feel like there'd go miniseries then movie.
So what was the movie then, I wonder?
Yeah. Like I feel like miniseries was a hit, and they're like, we can.
So then what? So I'm saying, but so then what would the movie be? Like, you just saw the miniseries. It's the same dude.
Some filler stuff.
I don't know. I have to
That's
do
weird.
some
They use the
research.
same guy.
Yeah, like so maybe there is another. I don't know. We'll see. I'll find out. I'm sure the internet will tell us. Yeah. So somebody will let us know.
I don't want it, just because like also half the people that were made the first season great, their characters are dead.
They're dead. Yeah, Baby Boo's gone. But like I said,
no.
when I try to explain the greatness of Shogun, she was amazing. She was amazing. When I watch the greatness that is Shogun, when I try to explain it to people, and I'm just like, look, 98% of that show is in Japanese, and you don't care. Like I was like, you just start watching it, and next thing you know, you don't realize you're reading Japanese. You're reading English because they're speaking Japanese, and you're still like entrenched in the show. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
like I respect it for making Americans watch it.
Yeah,
and that it be a hit.
Yeah, like and like what they were trying to do, it came across. You know what I mean? Because they could have very easily. I think we talked about it at the time. Like, just made it in English so that we would just sit there. But they didn't. They chose to make it authentic, and you still like I was drinking matcha the other day, and I literally.
So you're Japanese now.
But I've been drinking matcha. You know that. I've been drinking matcha.
I know.
So anyways, but I thought about the scene when she makes matcha for him, when they do the matcha. The tea ceremony was such a big deal.
Yeah.
Even though it was just literally her making tea and them drinking it together, but it was a big deal. And I was like, man, this show's powerful.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good show.
Yeah.
That was a time. That was a time when it was.
When your mom says, babe, you want to watch the show? She doesn't give her the name. You know, when she says the show, that is whatever show is at the top of her list right now. And you know it's good. It's the one she's waiting for me for. And like, it's just called The Show. There have only been a handful. Yeah. Right now, the show is Mobland. It's a Guy Ritchie miniseries.
Like that, yeah.
I like it more and more every week because I liked it, but I was getting these little undertones.
Guy Ritchie moments?
No, Soprano moments. Actually, I was getting this like Sopranos feeling, but it was still good. But now, now I'm like, I'd be like, I look at your mom, I'm like, babe. She's like, fuck that. I'm like, there's like certain characters on that show that I hate, and if you're watching Mobland, people, you know who I'm talking about. You know who we hate. Like, it's just like, can't wait for you to die. So it's just so, but it is good.
Keeps you watching though.
It does. And Tom Hardy, man, like, I mean, he's been good for a while.
Yeah, interesting actor.
Yeah,
like because he would be good when he's obviously when he cares about the project.
Yeah,
when he's just cashing a check, he's goofy.
He's goofy. Yeah. Were you talking about Venom?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Venom.
Yeah.
There's other stuff too. But
Tom Hardy.
He's a good actor.
And Pierce Brosnan, which you know, I don't think you have a lot of exposure to Pierce Brosnan.
James Bond.
Yeah. James Bond. And he was Remington Steele in the 80s. And he's kind of been like a bunch of random shit. But him as a old grizzled like crime boss, fuck yeah,
he's
like
found his calling.
Oh, he's just chewing up the scenery.
Yeah,
when he says it took him till like spoilers, it took him till like the most recent episode, which I think was episode 6 or 5, to say his like name, his own name, by how they say it on the streets. Like, and when he said it was so gangster. I said, he's like I'm so. And I was like, ooh. I was like, okay, Pierce Brosnan, I see you. Like, yeah. Yeah. He said, what's his name? I gotta look it up because I know his nickname. That stuck. I was like, oh, I looked at your mom. She appreciated it, but I was having Trigun flashbacks. But when he said it, no, seriously, because he said, his name is. Let me see. I always want to call him Tommy, but that's not his name. It's Conrad Harrigan. He said, I'm Conrad 100 Guns Harrigan. I said, ooh, 100 Guns. I was like, you earned that
That's
name.
cool.
Yeah, you earned that. Like, I'm fucking Conrad 100 Guns Harrigan. I was like, 100 Guns Harrigan. I was like, ooh, 100 guns is a lot of guns. Like, I was like, did you carry all those guns, or is that how many people had your back? Like, I don't know, but I'd be intimidated if you said that to me. I'd look behind you. I'd be like, you got 100 guns?
Like how? Yeah. Who's like, holding those guns?
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah.
And your mother and I also started Poker Face
season 2, which I didn't know they had.
Well, no, we started season 1 because we were behind. So
I thought you watched that a while ago.
No, we didn't watch Poker Face. We forgot all about it. And yeah, it's good. And now it's on fire. Now it's on fire. Now everybody knows about it. So yeah, Poker Face. It's good. I should have watched it when it first came out because, you know, Ryan Johnson makes the show.
Mm-hmm. It's just like on Peacock. So like, who's watching? Who has Peacock for real?
But when I was trying to find it and I found out it was on Peacock, I was so pissed. And then I was like, wait a second. And I hit Peacock and I had an account.
No.
And I was like, I looked at your mom. I said, I have a Peacock account. She was like,
such a waste of money.
And I was like, I wonder how long I've been paying for this. I felt like one of those ads. Like, how many things? I'm like, what other apps am I paying for that I had no idea I'm paying for? Because I had no idea I had Peacock, bud. So
that's wild. Yeah, Ryan Johnson's next movie with the Knives Out thing is coming out this year.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's called Wake Up Dead Man. They haven't announced a date, but it's 2025.
Oh man, it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, this year's going to be really good. This is going to be a good summer, good fall.
I love Ryan Johnson's Knives Out movies. I do. They're great.
They're good.
Like for real. Like, and it's like talking about mystery done well.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gets me when I watch those. Like, even with the Glass Onion, I remember there's a specific scene where something very subtle happens, and then when they rehash it, the little subtle thing changed. And I remember being like, thinking, oh, they messed up editing. Like,
he's good at like the people's perspective.
Right. And that's what it ends up being. I thought it was a mistake in like post, but it was like, no, that's supposed to be like that. And I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's good.
But, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Just not good with Star Wars.
That's still a good movie. Bad Star Wars movie. But moving on. One last trailer before we review the Thunderbolts. What will probably be the biggest game ever, GTA 6. They released a trailer recently for the game, but unfortunately, they also delayed the release date. If you didn't know, it was supposed to be November of this year. They pushed it back to May 2026 with the announcement of the trailer.
What?
Yeah, a whole year.
It was supposed to be November, and they pushed it back another year.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto 6 has been how many years in the making? You were in junior high when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out.
When Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, it was 2012.
You were just going into junior high.
Yeah, a lot of life happened, yeah.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, but watch the trailer because it started and it looked real. Like you were like the first shot, I was like, that looks like real life.
Oh.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
Like the cutscenes and stuff. I was like, oh my God, this is insane.
Well, they're saying billions went into it.
Yeah, and they're going to make billions back.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, because Grand Theft Auto 5 is the second highest game sold ever.
Behind what? Mario Brothers 1?
Minecraft.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so they're going to do it all over again.
That's crazy. And I think I played 5 for like, it's $2 billion. $2 billion production budget.
That's what it's rumored. I couldn't find a concise answer. Like
I said it.
like Rockstar themselves saying that. Like I'm seeing all these speculations.
That exceeds the cost of constructing the world's tallest building.
Oh yeah, that was the
Hold
joke.
on,
Like
bud.
that was the joke. Like their graphics replicating these buildings are more expensive than building the buildings
the building.
in real life. Yeah.
GTA 5 was 275 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's getting 1 to 2 billion everywhere I look, but so crazy. So crazy. That's gonna be like me on a porch with a cigarette tonight, thinking about how much it costs to make a video game to entertain us. That's gonna be like my big
But that's the most
existential.
expensive video game
That's
ever.
so crazy though, but that's crazy. But oh well, wow, I'll still play it. But wow.
Yeah.
I remember when I thought San Andreas looked real. It's like that's like the I think the best comment, man, that shit looks real. And then 5 years later you're like,
Yeah. I know it always looks
yeah, it looks.
It's so
isn't
weird.
it crazy how
like,
that does? Yeah.
Like you're like,
Your
oh my God, this
brain
looks real.
your brain fills in like the missing parts for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when
so then I always think like, well, how do you improve it? Like how are the developers improving it if they're seeing the same thing we're seeing?
Right.
And it's like if it looks real to us and it'll look real to them, so how are you making it actually look real? You know what I mean?
Maybe it's like when a chef like can taste something and tell it needs salt.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
we can't. I don't know. Because it's definitely yeah, but I hear exactly what you're saying. Like if we remove ourselves from it and come back to it, then you're like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
But these are like, unless you got to get a whole new batch every time to make the damn game. Yeah, they're looking at it with the same eyes, just like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We shall see.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
Before we get into
another
this,
year.
that's wild. Did you hear the rumor about the next James Bond director?
Oh, the rumor that they've been saying since The Dark Knight.
Really?
Yeah.
He would be perfect.
Christopher Nolan.
He'd be perfect director for James
They've
Bond.
been saying that for over a decade. Yes.
Have they casted the new James Bond yet?
Not yet. People think will be what's his name? Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Ooh, Kick-Ass?
Yeah, because like people will ask him on like red carpets, and he diverts the question.
Yeah, he'd be a dope James Bond.
Yeah, because he has to be British.
British, yeah. He'd be a dope James Bond. Yeah. Oh yeah, he has to they'll be like, cut your hair, but like no. They'll be like, what? He'll be like, nope, can't do it. My wife.
His hair's been short.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like in Avengers, his hair is short.
It wasn't James Bond short.
What you just talked about Pierce Brosnan or whatever his name is.
He had
long hair. He had longer hair than Quicksilver.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
He had he didn't have hair to his shoulders, but it was long hair.
But I don't know about that. Now I gotta look because
I'm just looking up James Bond. Best James Bond. That hair isn't Daniel Craig short, or even what's his face. Wait, yeah, that's pretty long hair.
What?
I mean, he has it slicked back. What are you looking? You're probably searching Pierce Brosnan short hair James Bond.
I'm searching Quicksilver Avengers, and there's your boy with long hair.
Quicksilver.
It's long to me.
That if he slicks that back, if Quicksilver slicks that back, that is the same.
If you say so. I don't have the energy to argue it with you, but I don't agree. I don't agree.
All I'm saying is he will cut his hair to be James Bond.
All right, if you say so, I hope so.
We still don't know who it is.
But
that's all.
But before we get into this review of Thunderbolts, I would like to bring up the unmentionable. It's like Lord Voldemort on this bitch. We can't say his name.
You already said one person.
It's relevant to the show because this is a pop culture podcast. And what are your thoughts on Trump's 100% tariff on
Oh,
on
international
filming.
movies or
Yeah,
filming or even filming outside the
outside of
US.
America. Yeah, like what are your thoughts? I mean, because it's relevant to you, you know. So
If a movie takes place in I don't know, Hong Kong, what are you gonna do? Shoot in a black backlot of LA? What do you?
hey, or else it's gonna be 100% tariff on your film and your outlook. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I was just like, yeah,
That's a dumb one. There's definitely
Yeah.
different ways you can do to make
yeah,
to bring filming back to
yeah,
the States.
yeah.
Not that. That's all I'm gonna say about
Yeah,
that.
that's all I want to say. It's so funny you said that. That's all you're going to say about that? I was like,
Well,
yeah. And I just thought stupid is and stupid does. So those are two
there's
Forrest
also
Gump
that,
quotes.
and there's also it just seems like you're okay if you're gonna do that for international movies coming in. You're trying to control the media. So
Yeah, yeah.
this is very dystopian. It's been like this for a while now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
It
All
is. I
right.
mean, you're trying to. I'm not gonna get into it.
Look,
but
I'm not
like,
saying, look at you. I'm not saying
you
a
gotta
word.
read. Just read. Get the books while you can get them now. Get The Handmaid's Tale. Get 1984. Get it while you can buy it.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah. They'll be gone.
We'll be burning them.
We'll be talking about these books you used to be able to read, and people will be defending them while they're gone. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Anyways, we'll move
That's all I'm
on.
gonna say.
Yeah, we're like, oh, we just lost 70 brewer listeners. Well,
while we could still have the podcast.
Yeah, I know. Remember that one time you said that was dumb? I'd be like, oh wow, okay. Anyways, so
moving on to the review.
The
Thunderbolts.
Mm-hmm. Marvel's latest entry.
Yeah.
A
lot of people are saying.
Go ahead.
A lot of people are saying Marvel's back. Whatever that may mean, but you're breathing like into the mic. My initial thoughts. Very pleasant surprise. My expectations, as you know, were not high for this, just because for me the trailers just never. I don't know. They just never. I was always nervous. I'm like, you're bringing characters that no one really roots for or even cares about, and making a whole movie to them for them. But no, I'm happy with what we got. I'm surprised. It feels like it's been a minute since we've gotten a grounded Marvel movie that doesn't deal with the multiverse or some super, interdimensional threat. There's just like there's a big threat, but that didn't come till later down the road. I liked it.
So on the stars, 1 to 5, 0 to 5, how many stars would you give it?
I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's respectable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been texted by people and talked to people. I saw what my main man Matt Sergi and the Legion of Doom came with us. Those were his sons. Great kids. What was I thinking? And he liked it. They liked it. I liked it. My friend Ryan went to see it, and I told you he hit me with a 2 out of 4 stars and said he thought it needed a third act. Everyone else that I talked to or was texted by loved it. I really liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars too, out of 5. I feel like is it the greatest movie Marvel's ever made? No. But like you said, pleasant surprise. I wanted to see it. Like the trailers worked on me. The trailers made me want to see it. It gave me hope that it would be good, and then I was happy that it was. Like, you're gonna get mad, but there were moments in Black Widow that I thought were great, and I got
There are
those feelings.
moments.
But I got those feelings again watching this movie. Like, I mean, Florence
yeah.
Pugh's great.
So yeah,
Um,
like I wanna. She definitely. Nobody's phoning it in. Florence Pugh
Yes.
is a highlight
Yes.
of the movie. Like she's one of the best actresses working right now. And yeah, she gives it her all.
Yeah.
I'd agree with you. Not just Florence Pugh, but David Harbour as
Yeah.
Red Guardian.
Great. Just
Always made me laugh.
Every scene he's in.
Yeah, and it wasn't
every
like
scene he's in
overdone. It was, like you said, it was every scene he was in.
Yeah.
But like, you know, Marvel does they'll sacrifice some wit over
Right.
like a character or just like a serious moment. But even with him, they knew it was well balanced.
They knew how to do it. They did it really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I told you already. This was probably the first. I mean, if I'm said this before, correct me. But I feel like this was the first Marvel movie that I had wished was a show. Not because usually I could go, well, that could have just been a show, and that's not a compliment. I'm like, I could have just been a show. But this one, it actually, I wanted more because I was like, I actually thought to myself, like, wow, like, yeah, they kind of fucked up a lot of stuff because they had so many irons in the fire, or juggling so many balls the last 5 years that we lost track of all these characters.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see like Walker's arc. I'd like to see like more like what was going on with him, you know. And this is the Captain America everybody hates.
Yeah,
you
that
know
was
what I
like
mean?
that was one thing. Like he is an interesting character.
Mm-hmm.
And this made him likable. Like because Falcon and Winter Soldier, people hate him. People hated him for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one I liked him. Like, is he a good person? I don't know. He's a
it's
troubled
like,
person.
He's trying. That's the thing. It was like, imagine being the Captain America that everybody hates.
Yeah.
Like, imagine like the toll I would have when you like, I was supposed to be like the symbol of our country, and everybody hates me.
Yeah.
Like,
and I read something. It's like he was a military man,
right?
You know, made to be Captain America. It wasn't. You know, they're like mad at him for what he's done or how he acts. It's like, well, he was made for the military, not to be a superhero or a symbol.
Which is exactly why Erskine picked Steve Rogers in the first place. Remember, like,
But no, they made his character. They fleshed out a lot of different characters, like you said, we lost track of.
We lost
all
track
but
of
one. We'll get into that.
The fourth Captain America in the movie. Because
I was talking about Ghost.
Are you talking about Ghost? Oh, okay. Yeah, Ghost, we didn't get a lot of backstory on Ghost. We got little bits. But
she
ahead.
said like one thing about her past, which we already knew from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
But I was glad she talked.
Me too. I was glad she had something to do and had some lines.
I was like, because I was like, what are they going to do with Ghost? Because I don't think she spoke in Captain America. I can't remember.
I do not remember that movie. I do not care to rewatch it.
Yeah, but I kind of like really liked her. I liked all of them.
And I think if we get a sequel, that's when they'll, give us more.
We'll get more. And then even look, I got a thing for Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I always have.
I get that.
Yeah. But I love how they're like making her like this warped, twisted Nick Fury, like this like master manipulator, but it's self-serving. Like it's like, but she says she's doing it for like, but it's so self-serving. It's so funny.
It's kind of like a metaphor. But
but
no, there's just a lot of stuff. I was like, I feel like this is kind of like in the beginning when they're like the politics stuff going on, and even Bucky's like, oh, this stupid packet.
The packet.
He's like, why don't we do something now? It's like stuff. I was like, man, this is pretty timely. It's like, we got to go through the procedures.
The procedures,
and, the politicians are doing politician stuff. But it's like, take action now.
Yeah, because if you look at it, because ultimately, like they were trying to take her down, and when it was over, she ended up on top.
Yeah,
she ended up like she had the optics to end up on top. So
interesting character. I thought she did good.
Sentry.
Oh yeah, Louis Pullman.
Yeah, Bob from Maverick.
Yeah, I know. Two Bobs.
Two Bobs. His two biggest roles. His name Bob. Yeah. That's amazing.
So Top Gun's in the MCU.
Oh, hey, he did the damn thing.
Yeah.
I was concerned about the Sentry because he's a tough character to pull off. I mean, I don't know how much you know about his backstory, but you do
I
know
don't.
about.
I know very little about his backstory, but I know his power scheme.
Can I tell you the Blair Witch story about the Sentry? Can I do that?
Real quick.
Cast your mind back to like 2001, I think. And it's like Wizard Magazine was the price guide everybody bought every month, and it had articles. And in said Wizard Magazine, it was like, keep so and so in your prayers. 1960s great Marvel artist, blah 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 blah, is sick. Month later, they print his obituary. Month later, there's an interview about said artist and Stan Lee. They're interviewing Stan Lee to talk about this artist that nobody seems to fucking remember, right? And then, while cleaning out this artist's his belongings, they find the concept for this character known as the Sentry that him and Stan Lee came up with in like 1961, prior to the Fantastic Four. And Stan Lee's like, I forgot all about that, you know, but this guy still had the artwork. His wife still had the original drawing. And who does it? Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee take on the idea of writing and drawing this character, this centurion with the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. And it was all a hoax.
Yeah,
it was all marketing.
Really good, press run.
It was, but you understand, I lived through that. Like, I was like, you know, me and Jay Lee, I see Jay Lee, I get all stupid. So I saw a Jay Lee cover, was like, Sentry, I'm buying that. Jay Lee drew it. So I just bought it. And then I was like, Paul Jenkins or Phil Jenkins? I was like, he wrote it. He had just written that Inhumans miniseries that I loved. So long story short, I read it, all the hype. Dude, they took a picture of like somebody's grandpa during World War II in the Navy and put that guy's picture as this artist that passed away as his Navy picture. Like, they built this whole fake backstory about this character. And it was crazy, but it was a hit. But anyways, that's the Sentry, and that's how he came to be. And the problem with the Sentry was he's literally like Marvel Superman. Yeah, he's just too OP. And they've struggled ever since with how to use him properly.
Yeah.
So,
and I think a lot of people are nervous when they said he was going to be in the MCU. But, you know, Lewis Pullman as Bob, as the Sentry, I thought he did good. I thought it was a really good MCU debut.
I loved at the end when spoilers.
Sure.
When he was eating the like popcorn, just looking out the window, talking, and I was like, yeah, they figured out that.
Yeah, they did it well. Like, I saw that someone saying like, okay, the Sentry is when he's manic, and the Void is when he's depressed.
Yeah,
and Bob is just like kind of the in between.
Yeah, like him balanced. He's found his balance. Like, and that's
and he even says like, oh, I still don't know how to, you know, control it. So that's how they're keeping it in check.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Even in the comics to this day, that's the issue with the Sentry, is that if you get the Sentry, you will get the Void. Like, there is no like question. It's just, when's it going to happen? Like, because it's like, because even in like his original concept, the more powerful the Sentry gets, the more powerful the Void got. Like, because it was cool how they did it in like different eras and all this. But anyways, so it's just a matter of time. So that's the risk you take. If I pull this guy out, like, what's the risk reward? You know, that's
you know how they'll keep him in check, hopefully.
And what's crazy is that MCU may have figured out something easier, faster than the comics did by doing that. Because I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, yeah, just gotta sit there and watch TV and just look at you like, you want my help? No, okay. He's like,
well, even if they did want his help, he can't do it. Like,
well, he can't just make it happen.
He can't just make it happen. So, and I really liked, and I think a reason why a lot of people like the movie is because, you know, it deals with like mental health and stuff in a way that you just don't really see in movies, let alone like a blockbuster.
I saw an influencer complaining about she was complaining about it, and I was like, because she was saying, well, Cap has PTSD. Like, she was just like rattling off all the different things. I'm like, yeah, but this was the first one that they actually addressed it.
Addressed
Like,
it, yeah.
it was
That's
actually a part
people
of the
complain about
story. I'm
whatever.
like, yeah, this was a major part of the story.
Yeah, and it was interesting how they made it a part of the story.
Mhm.
Like I mean, it starts off with Florence Pugh straight up saying it, right?
Yeah.
Like talking about how sad she is.
I mean, I thought it was very well done.
Yeah, I liked
Yeah.
it too, and yeah, the scene when she's like starts crying to Red Guardian.
Yeah.
In the street, I was like,
yeah.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah. She hadn't seen him in a year.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that was going to come back later.
Oh yeah.
She was like, "How long has it been? Like a year?"
Mm-hmm.
And then it came. She threw it right in his face. I was like, you damn kids."
Yeah, but even his response was, like it had a little redemption for Red Guardian too. Like it wasn't just the comedic relief character.
Yeah. Well, he's good. He's good too.
He is good. Like,
that boy got talent.
He does. I'm happy that like he has a career post Stranger Things.
Yeah. So I post credit scene. I was just happy because I got to see Foe.
Yeah, that was cool.
But the Russos directed that post credit scene.
Oh, I didn't know that. That makes so much sense. I could tell there had been.
It was different, right?
Passing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, even how it looked.
It looked different. Yeah.
Oh man, I could kind of tell with the humor.
Yeah.
Some people, I heard like people complaining about the John Walker joke.
I can't remember what it was.
It was just like, we have plenty of space. Like they're talking about they said something about space. He's like,
about
what
space.
do you mean? We have plenty of space here, and they all looked at him. People were like, wait, he was like this super tactical guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he's not dumb.
And he's not paying attention.
Yeah.
We'll see. It was a cool end credit scene.
Yeah.
There's some more stuff I want to say about the actual movie, though.
Oh, go ahead. Keep it going.
The score.
Oh.
The score.
Yeah.
The music. I thought it was the same composer that like did Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I really like the music, and Bucky got a theme song, like a superhero theme.
Which one was it?
You didn't realize that? Which I really liked this scene when he's on the motorcycle and he saves them.
What was the song?
It was just a positive song. Like before his theme is like the Winter Soldier and stuff, and like this very menacing music.
Yeah,
but this is the first time because the theme I think is called Bucky's theme. It's his first ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
And I really like that scene too because like for one, it's just cool. Like I thought the action was just really good throughout the movie.
Yeah.
That scene was really good, and they're all hyped that Bucky's there to save him.
Yeah, and then he's not.
He's not there to save him.
He's like,
it was funny.
I'm going to get you too. They were like, what the? I was like, this is great.
But it's it was so cool because I'm like, man, he really just took him out. Just him.
Yeah, look, but when he was when she shot the gun, and the people following her, they looked like, wait, that ain't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, it's Bucky, because I'd forgotten. And then I was like, oh, it's Bucky,
and he's right on the motorcycle.
Yeah, he's on
Mission Impossible 2 style.
Yeah.
That got me hyped. Yeah, and the music was just so good in that scene.
Yeah, it was somebody tried to compare that movie to Suicide Squad, and I was like, nah.
No, like
it's like, nah.
No. Mm-hmm. It's definitely I get more I would talk about that when I talk about the bad.
Okay.
It gave me more like Mission Impossible vibes the first half. But I really like the Sentry fight scene too.
Well, I said to Sergi, I'm sure Joyce is going to love the fact that this movie that was like had a large emotional component to it, a lot of character development, didn't turn into just punching shit at the end, because that's like a pet peeve. That's a pet peeve of yours. So you're like,
it's a pet peeve of mine when they start off as this this compelling emotional drama and then result in that. So I was really impressed that they didn't.
Yeah, that they I was like, wow, they really didn't like.
They beat him with talk no jutsu.
Yeah, with talk no jutsu. No, as Sergi would say, the power of friendship.
They really did.
So yeah. So,
I was surprised they did that.
yeah,
But I
I
like
think
the fight scene with the Void. Sorry, the
Yeah.
Sentry.
Yeah, I did
Which
too.
I can't remember if it was a oneer or not. Was it a oneer? I know a good bit of it was. You sure? It might have. Like after he throws Red Guardian into the wall, it might be a oneer.
Oh.
Anyway, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it was an effective way to show how strong he is.
Yeah, and how little control he has.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
He didn't have control in it.
He had control, but he didn't have like finesse control. But like it was like whoom, whoom, whoom. The only person he like, even with like Yelena, he didn't show a lot of restraint. Helena, sorry, he didn't show a lot of restraint with her. He threw her up into the ceiling and knocked her ass out. Being captain, I mean, because the part when they're shooting him, and he's just kind of like, almost like he's not even in the moment. You know what I mean? He's just like bullets are bouncing off him. He's just like, oh, this is different. And I was like, oh, it's coming. I was like, it's about to get bad up in here.
Yeah.
And then they ran.
They did.
Like, they just ran. Run. I said, they took the elevator.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a first. That's a movie first. They were like, we're just taking the elevator. Fuck all that. It's too many steps. I was like, they took the elevator down. Like, he can fly, bro. If he's waiting for you at the bottom, you're beat.
Oh, so he could have just like grabbed the elevator.
Grabbed the elevator and been like, they've been like, shit. Guess it ain't over. Nope, it ain't over. But yeah, but I did enjoy it. What's your bad?
So it's not really bad. It's more like it's lacking for me. Like the first half started off really strong in my opinion. It's like very tight and well executed. Like I said, it reminded me of kind of like Mission Impossible. This spy sequence, or especially when they're at the vault.
Keeping in mind that you're literally like almost
I am. I'm watching Mission Impossible. No, I still have 2 more. But yeah, so I'm watching them and I'm watching this movie. So I see the influence. But when they're in the vault, it has the characters in the vault doing whatever, and they're like, "Wait, we've been set up." Wow, it's intercutting with Valentina.
Yes,
doing her stuff. And I thought that was really well balanced and just kept the stakes high and kept you engaged. And it was a whole fun sequence. Like you had the characters working off of each other, finding out more about them, finding out more about Bob, whatnot. But then once they escape the vault and they have to get to New York and Bob's in New York learning his powers, I feel like it just feels rushed to me. Like him learning his powers, becoming the Sentry, all that while they're going to New York. That was like a day.
Well, I didn't know where they were. I forgot where they actually were. Because he drove there, bud.
Yeah, he drove in like 2 days or something.
He said, I've been up all night or something like that.
Funny. Yeah. He's like, I'll sleep when I'm dead.
When he pulled up, I was like, this is literally me and your sister. She was like, oh no. Yeah. I was like, that would literally be me. Don't go in the vault.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, I was already in the vault.
Yeah.
She'd be like, just don't look at him. Don't move. Oh my gosh. That movie. But I'm sorry. That movie was great.
It is a good movie, and this is one of the ones rare MCU movies that I think will get better the more I watch it, because it actually has like a story and characters.
And there's not a lot of special effects that go bad watching that movie. There's not a lot of be like, oh, that didn't age well.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, just the second half after the first half was so like well executed. It just, I don't know, it kind of lost steam for me. It just because it felt rushed.
Well,
and then I wish we got more, not more of Bob's backstory, but more of what made him the Sentry.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what scientist
just picks crazy people off the street?
Not just that, but how did they create it? He's the most powerful person ever.
Yeah. Well,
how do you create that in a lab?
You're right. I mean, it's supposed to be derivative from the super soldier serum, but I don't think they ever really said that.
No, they never really said anything about the procedure. So
Yeah,
I just wish we got a little bit more.
Yeah, who was that doctor? Like, who was that doctor?
Yeah.
Where is he at? Can I get a vitamin? Like,
I know.
Like, he can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that.
He can do everything.
Yeah, he can do literally.
How did you make that in a lab?
What? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He went from looking like, some emo, not emo. What's the word I'm thinking of? Man bun, all that good stuff. He went from
Hipster?
that hipster. Thank you. He went from that to
Yeah.
filling out a super suit. Like I was like, didn't know
Yeah,
you had it in you, Bob.
he was good at using his body language and stuff and his character.
Yeah, true.
Because
True.
he was like slouching and stuff. He did a good job with that.
Super lack of confidence.
You could see it physically.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Though I think the more you watch it, the more it'll be. Like that'll be what I watch when it comes on, like how I watch like Winter Soldier and stuff like that. You know.
Yes.
Those ones are like I'll watch, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch scenes from like Endgame and stuff.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
really fun.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
when.
Yeah.
There's movies are remember when moments. You know, when you're with a friend.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
remember when?
Yeah.
Remember when? That's what Endgame, Infinity War, No Way Home.
Did you hear when John Walker said on your left?
Yeah.
I was like, ha.
That was
like, that's funny. Yeah. So yeah, people.
Yeah, that's my review.
Yeah.
I have a question now.
Do
you want to rank Phase 5?
Best movies of Phase 5?
Yeah. So here are the movies from Phase 5, chronological order, or release date order. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Marvels, Deadpool and Wolverine, Captain America Brave New World, and The Thunderbolts. That's 6. You good?
Yeah, I'm literally doing my list.
Oh. I personally haven't seen The Marvels. So I abstain from that one.
I haven't seen it either, but even if I had, it's still the worst one.
Really? So, you really think so?
The Marvels?
Yeah.
You put Brave New World.
No,
about the Marvels?
No. Yeah, I actually heard when people that have watched it, they say, man, that shouldn't have bombed. It was actually fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight then.
Yeah. It's short too.
Maybe I will. Then I'll just leave it off my list because I don't know. But and then I have issue with Guardians being on this list.
Why?
Because although it was the best movie of Phase 5, I still feel like it was pretty self-contained.
It's Phase 5 though. It's a Marvel movie,
and it was James Gunn. Like they made a point to make sure James Gunn didn't connect it to a lot of stuff because he was leaving.
Okay,
but it's the best. But it's the best one.
Start from worst to best.
It's not February, so Brave New World. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll wait.
Quantumania. Deadpool, Wolverine, Thunderbolts, and Guardians of the Galaxy is my number 1.
Okay.
What's different? You thought I'd put Deadpool, Wolverine higher?
No, I'm happy you didn't. I thought you put Brave New World at least above Quantumania.
Jules, you only gave me 5. You only gave me 5.
That's the only movies in Phase 5.
But I'm saying you gave me 5. So it was either going to be Quantumania or Brave New World on the bottom.
I gave you the only movies in Phase 5.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying you're like, I thought we're also going to put it, bud.
Quantumania is one of the worst.
It ain't February. It ain't February no more. I'm just keeping it funky with you.
It's worse than Brave New World.
I like Brave New World.
Yeah. So why is Quantumania above it?
No, I'm sorry. I like Quantumania. You and these fucking ants, okay?
I'm sorry
they got beat up by ants. But otherwise, I liked it.
That movie's bad.
Well, I don't know.
MODOK. And I like MODOK. I thought he was funny, but MODOK.
I forgot about MODOK. I don't know why.
He's a weird
joke?
Rick and Morty joke. Kane got beat by ants. Despicable. The whole quantum. Well, that movie is so bad.
Is it? Well, I'm not going to.
And I didn't like Brave New World, but I like it better than Quantumania.
Really?
Yeah. So this is my list.
You know how I feel about Anthony Mackie, and it ain't February, so.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
This is my list: Quantumania, Brave New
Brave New
World,
World. Same
Deadpool,
fucking
Wolverine,
list, bud.
Thunderbolts, Guardians 3.
Same list. Yeah.
But Brave New
Switch the
World,
bottom too.
but I will have fun watching Brave New World. Quantumania, if I watch it again, I'm like, oh my god, this is so dumb. The potential. Oh my god,
Really?
what happened? Yes.
Have you
Brave New World?
rewatched it?
I can't bring myself to do it.
I'll never watch Brave New World again.
Even if you have to clean the house and it's on TV, you're not gonna click that on and stop and pause a couple times and be like, oh, okay. It's one of those type of movies.
Maybe. I know I do that with Quantumania, though. I ain't gonna lie.
With what reason? What parts are you
Anything
gonna
where
stop?
Jonathan Majors shows up and acts his fucking ass off. But
For the 10% of the movie he's in.
Hey,
You don't show up till an hour in.
The thing that sells me on that 100 times over is that scene with Michelle Pfeiffer, him and that white gold. I'm sorry, I like it. We're gonna say I like it, okay? I love that scene. I love the kitchen scene in Black Widow. Bad. I love the kitchen scene in Black Widow, and that makes that movie for me. Good scenes
in bad movies.
Well, hey, they are what they are. Shit, they're good scenes in bad movies. I don't know, Anthony Mackie just be showing up like, I don't know. I like the man, but you know. Mm-hmm.
Oh, to each their own.
All right, 5 movies to choose from, and 2 of them are bad. So not bad, just not as
Why
good as the
are
other
you saying
3.
like I picked the movies?
I'm like, you're like, because I knew what you were going to say. I knew you were going to be like,
I gave you the movies to rank in Phase 5.
Okay.
Which were 6 movies, and we didn't see.
So we had to leave it out. At least if we'd had Marvels in there.
I honestly think Marvels would be in the middle.
You think it'd be in between?
I really think it would be higher than Quantumania, and I think it would be higher than Brave New World. I did not like either of those.
All right. Well, I don't know.
And you liked Miss Marvel, so I really think you would like the Marvels.
I'll watch it. It just it didn't look like, I don't know. I did like Miss Marvel. I did.
You did, and every review I've heard from people that watch Miss Marvel really like the Marvels as well, like hand in hand.
Well, maybe I'll check it out tonight. We'll see. I will watch it. I'll watch it this week. I will.
Okay.
Before I forget to tell you, breaking news. Ironheart of Wakanda Forever fame, Riri Wilson.
Yeah.
Ironheart premieres on June 24th.
Oh my! They actually made that
on Disney Plus. Yeah, they made it. They're giving it like less fucking attention than they gave Echo, but you know.
Oh God.
We shall see.
I was hoping that got like
lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
Well, no,
like half the stuff they announced.
I'm very curious to see what her suit looks like. I'm very curious to see, because that was a clunky ass suit that I would not have flown around in.
Yeah, we'll see. I didn't know that was coming out.
It's coming.
Disney and their shows are weird.
Yeah. You said, speaking of Disney shows, you started watching Andor.
Yeah, I got 2 episodes in. Season 2 is already ending next week.
Yeah, 3 episodes a week.
Yeah, I hate that. I really dislike that.
Yeah, I don't get it, but
especially after 3 years.
And as soon as I started watching episode 1, I went, "Oh, I forgot how good this is." Like,
I did think that too.
I was like,
I did think that too.
Good.
And they gave us a lot of money.
I was like, man,
that first shot of season 2, I was like, "Whoa, this budget's high."
Yeah,
it looks so good.
Yeah,
the show's good too, but oh my god.
Yeah.
Like even the next scene when he like outside that spaceship with Mothra. Yeah. Her. When she's like at the weddings thing and she's like walking around the premise.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the?
Yeah, where are we?
So good.
Yeah. I hear you.
I'm enjoying it. I just have to finish it now.
Yeah.
I just wish they did a weekly episode just to keep it more
relevant.
Me
some time. Yeah.
Give you time to watch it and keep people engaged with it. Like, especially after 3 years, it's now coming and going.
Yeah. And it's not a binge type of show, in my opinion.
No, it's not.
Good, but you can't. There's something to be said for sure that you can watch 8 episodes of in a row. Like, it's like, True. It ain't making me work real hard, people.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, some shows you just got to chew on for a little bit, you know, so you need a few weeks. You need an episode a week. Because that was the thing. When I saw that they dropped 3, I was like, I was like, I know I ain't gonna be able to do this, but I watched the first one and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that first one was good.
There was something I was going to ask you. I can't remember.
With Andor?
Oh, you said you have time now. Which reminded me of literature because it's very time consuming. You just finished the book.
Yes, Lonesome Dove.
Yes, indeed. We're talking literature, folks. Tell me about it, bud. Tell me about it.
So I actually have like 20 pages left, but
oh, you ain't shit. Then you ain't done. You ain't done.
It's 800. So it's nearly 900 pages. Longest book I've ever read.
Yes, indeed.
Doesn't feel like it though.
Yeah.
Man, Lonesome Dove, a western about two retired Texas Rangers deciding to start a cattle ranch in Montana.
I'm all about that.
Yeah, some of the best characters. Yeah, I gotta watch the miniseries.
Robert Duvall.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And what's his face?
Kevin Costner. I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah.
But yeah, this book, I'm reading it. I'm like, they need to remake this. As a show.
Dang.
It'd be so good. Get everyone forgetting about Yellowstone. Like, the book's so good. It's just good.
Taylor Sheridan. He'll be like, it's always been my dream. That's probably what motivated him to make Yellowstone. Was watching Lonesome
probably.
Dove.
Like I'm reading this book. I'm like, every modern Western has to be influenced by this.
When was the book written, bud?
I think 88.
The book was written, really?
It was the same year as Blood Meridian, believe it or not.
Really?
The McCarthy Western.
Really?
Yeah, came out the same year. It won the Pulitzer. This won the Pulitzer Prize.
Lonesome Dove.
That's how good it is.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's 85. It was written, and then the miniseries came out in 89?
Yeah, something like
after.
that. Yeah. They're like, this is that shit.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I think that started Tommy Lee Jones's comeback to be or Tom Jones. Tommy Lee Jones.
It's Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, I think that was the beginning of his comeback. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because he was big in the early '80s and he kind of disappeared for a little bit. Because Lonesome Dove is made for TV, right? It's a made for TV miniseries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Because I think Tommy Lee Jones did that. Then he did The Fugitive, but that was probably
that was like 90, right?
Yeah.
Or 90.
90. Yeah, it was. It was The Fugitive, and then he did like an Oliver Stone flick, and he did a couple other things. JFK, maybe? No, he didn't do JFK. That was anyways. Comeback. Yeah, it was a comeback. But anyways, so yeah, I'll check it out. I will. It's actually
worth watching. I really can't explain how it's so good. You really do fall in love with the characters.
Yeah, the way you described it made me want to read it. So I will. I'll read it. I will.
I told you I was like reading it at work.
Really?
I had some downtime, and I like this was towards the end. I almost started crying. I was like, I gotta keep it together.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Really?
Yeah, it was good.
I would have paid money to see that.
I know. I was like fighting for my life.
But I've seen you cry twice.
Since rarely you were 4 years old.
Yeah, you rarely cry. Period. I've seen you cry 3 times since you were 4 years old. Straight up. So, anyways, yeah. So, yeah, that's wild. Whereas I cried every movie and
or you might cry at this book.
Commercials. Yeah. I was watching Thunderbolts, and Sergi's sitting there with me and his sons. And I'm like, I can't cry right now. I'll never live this down.
I mean, the movie, I wouldn't blame you. There's some parts.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Bub, we're at the theater, and this, you know how you buy your seats in advance, and you know how the whole theater's on the fucking thing when you're buying tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this girl got the seat right next to me and the whole rest of the row's empty? I was like, and like she was.
Did you buy the ticket before her?
I don't know. Sergi bought the tickets, so because I was like, just grab my ticket too.
So yeah.
And it was she was smack dab in the middle. So, anyways, she had this like crazy loud laugh, and she was like laughing at trailers.
Oh my
and
God.
I'm just like sitting next to her, like, okay. But I got used to it, and then I forget when we were waiting for the post credit scene. and everybody's leaving, and I was just like, rookies. And she was like, you ain't ever been to an MCU movie before? And I was like, oh, you're a fan, huh? She's like, oh, I've seen them all and the shows. I was like, oh. And then I said, do you listen to podcasts?
Oh my, did you really?
Yeah, I did. And so Sergi laughs, and I said, she was like, I try to sometimes, but not a lot. I said, well, there's a podcast. It's called Son and Popsculture. So they talk about the MCU all the time. Sergi was like, always selling. And I was like, I couldn't help it, bud. I couldn't help it. It was right there.
Clever.
But yeah. But
or if you're listening.
If you're listening, hey girl, hey. So yeah. But I guess before we wrap this up, I'll slide in the anime corner.
Mm-hmm.
One Piece is dope. That's all I can say. It's whew, yeah. I'm gonna watch my new episode tomorrow morning. Can't wait. Between the anime itself being just top tier, or as you youngins say, peak, and the manga is peak. It's just like, it's weird when you watch something that's like whatever, that far ahead of, like, you read something that's that far ahead of something you watch. So I watch every episode of One Piece knowing what's going to happen, and my jaw still drops. I'm still just like, holy,
that's impressive
shit, bud. This week's episode, tomorrow, Mother's Day 2025, it's going to break the internet. I'm telling you. I'm calling it right now.
I'm sure I'll see
it's going to break the internet. So, yeah, because, yeah. And then the main manga, I start thinking we're getting answers, and then I'm like, this thing ain't going to be over for 3 years. I'm saying it right now. I'm saying 3 years. Anything sooner than 3 years, he would have cut stuff that, like, just for time. He would have cut out stuff. He's cutting out stuff for time. Because
I will give them credit. Manga's only like 15 pages. So
yeah.
It is weekly.
It's weekly.
But
he probably takes
3 years.
He probably takes a month, 2 months off a year. Not in a row.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, how does he have one of the longest running manga when you hear how, like, strenuous that lifestyle is?
Yeah. He has health problems. Like, he has
now that you say, I've never seen like a modern picture of him.
Yeah, he has all the health problems that come from being sedentary. All those good ones, he has them.
Did you know he's a millionaire too? So you're really like, you're doing this out of passion.
Yeah, he's the most, like, whatever, successful manga whatever of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you finally get to read the greatest story ever told, you'll get it. You'll just get it, bud.
I will with Netflix's The One Piece.
You're only gonna watch one season.
Actually, I will with Netflix's live adaptation.
That's good. That's good from what I heard, though. It is good.
I watched a couple episodes. It was fun.
Look, bud. Since I know there's only a handful of people listening, and I know how far they are into the show, I'll still say spoilers. But once upon a time, there was an arc called Skypiea. And everybody
didn't really matter.
This guy knew. My main man, Anthony Conrad, he knew. I said, yo, so where am I heading next? And he was like, oh, you're about to go to Skypiea. A lot of people, they don't think Skypiea matters. I like it. That's what he said. I like it. He said, you just judge it for yourself. And I was like, yo, I think Skypiea matters. He's like, yeah, I do too. And then he explained it to me why. And I agree with him 100%. And here we are, Skypiea. 1,000 episodes later, and they ain't back in Skypiea, but there are definitely things that are pointing to Skypiea. So that's all I'm saying. And that's just brilliant writing.
Season 6.
Was it season 6? And now what season are we on?
I don't know. Current season
17.
That was 20. We're on 21.
21.
Yeah, season 6 aired 2003 to 2004.
Think about people. That's think about that. Like,
Oh
buddy,
my God.
when I talk about One Piece, I know no one cares, but no one gets it. Like, Anthony has been reading One Piece, I think, since 2008, and that blows my mind because when he was like, Matt, Wano was 2 years of my life. That storyline was 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I can't. I mean, I got to read all that stuff, like binge it. Now I'm reading it as it comes out every week, and I'm like, wow, the anticipation is just like, because and that was too. And Wano is like nonstop, just dope. So for like 2 years of just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, is it Sunday yet? That's crazy. Because yeah, and then like the whole, it's just so people. I'll say it every week. Watch it, read it, love it. One Piece,
Greatest story ever told.
greatest story ever told. Yeah, but that's all I have.
That's all I have too.
Sorry about missing last week, guys, but we're back.
We're back, and yeah, gonna be an eventful summer.
True indeed. Hold on to your hats. So until next time, he's Son.
And he's Pops.
And thank you for listening. Be kind to each other.
It's Son and Pops.